Growing up as kids, we can remember a handful of toys we got for Christmas. But man, can we remember every one that we wanted and it turned out to be crap? Let's take a look at them. Hody ho ho, it's me, the Junkman, coming back at you. Right from the junk room. Can you believe it? I know. I can't either. So what are we going to do? Well, I'm going to look at 10 toys I really wanted for Christmas. Hold on for you. So Junkman, you already done this video. Well, I do it every year, but a little different this year. Now, a few weeks ago, I did do one of 10 things I wanted versus what I actually got. This is stuff I asked for, and most of them I got, and it just really wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But there's going to be some stuff on this list I asked for, and I got the generic version of it. So I don't know what we're going to call this video. I just kind of want it's Christmas time. We got to talk about Christmas. And right at number 10, you know what we're going to talk about? I talk about it every chance I get, and that is a Burbot. Burbot. Did anyone else ask for Burbot for Christmas? According to the commercial, this was going to be the R2-D2 of everyone's home in the late 80s. No, I guess more the mid 80s, but still. I think it said it would go to the kitchen for you, get a drink, and bring it to you. Never brought me a Mellow Yellow. Never. You would have to say, Burbot, turn left. Burbot, left. Burbot, turn left. Burbot, turn left. It would never work. Raise right arm. Raise arm. Raise arm. Raise. Oh. Drive me crazy. Drive me crazy. This thing was horrible. It looked cool. It looked like it was kind of like a cousin RD2. But God, this thing was horrible. And every time I get a chance to bring it up in a video, I will bring it up in a video to warn any of you that's thinking about buying Burbot for your kids. Don't do it. Not unless they updated it. Don't get the 80s ones. No, 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 no. Now we're going to talk about some clothes. I hardly ever ask for clothes at Christmas, but there's a few times I did. At least 2 times on this list I did, and I didn't get what I wanted. Didn't get what I wanted, and I still scarred from it today. One was a leather jacket. You guys heard me complain about this one before also. I had an Indiana Jones Fedora type hat. Actually had Indiana Jones on the inside. It was made by John B. Stutson, and I wore this thing everywhere. I know I look like a stupid idiot. I was probably about 12 years old, walking around in my neighborhood with a Hawaiian shirt and wearing an Indiana Jones hat and probably tiger stripe shorts. Tiger stripe. Do they even make tiger stripe? It's a form of camouflage. I don't know, but it was big in the 80s, I guess. At least it was big in my neighborhood. I don't know. Tiger stripe. I never heard anyone talk about that. Oh, I'm glad I was out of camouflage by the time they started doing like blue camouflage and gray. Remember they started doing colors? Probably 2000s. Maybe that was 90s. I'm not really sure. It was horrible. I was all against that. It's like it goes against the whole concept. Give me tiger stripe or give me death. But I asked for a leather jacket to go with my Indiana Jones hat, and I did have a machete that I walked around the neighborhood too. I guess I can't forget to talk about that. I walked around the neighborhood with a freaking machete. At 12, Indiana Jones hat, Hawaiian shirt, tiger stripe shorts. I take that back. It wasn't even tiger stripe shorts. It was tiger stripe pants. I didn't wear shorts until I was in my mid-teens. I was against shorts. I hated seeing people's legs. I didn't want to wear shorts, and I hated all the boys that wore those half shirts where I could see their stomach. If a girl wore a half shirt, that's a different story. I don't want to see a boy wearing a half shirt or a mesh shirt. Remember mesh shirts? Oh, my friend Mike across the street had a mesh shirt. Oh, I hated it. It was a jersey. Maybe that's why I don't like football. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, I wore tiger stripe pants, a Hawaiian shirt, an Indiana Jones hat, and walked around with a freaking machete up and around the neighborhood. No one called the cops. No one said anything. They just looked out the window and said, there's Junk Kid with his machete again. But I wanted the jacket. I was like, I've got to have the jacket. I don't know why. I got to have the jacket. So I asked for a leather jacket. Wrote it out. Leather jacket, please. Exclamation mark. Give me a leather jacket. Did I get a leather jacket? You damn straight I did. But it had a fur collar on it. Oh, it had a fur collar on it. You see Indiana Jones with a fur collar on his leather jacket? No. He would get laughed out of archaeology school if he did that. Oh, leather jacket. I still wore it. I still jumped around off porches. You don't believe I wore and jumped off porches, do you? You don't think I did? Well, look.
Watch out, you're going to be on the car.
Go tell your big brother that we might need him.
I got it.
Hey, dude.
Turn it up.
See? I told you. Here's another some clothes I asked for. I wanted a members only jacket. No one in the 80s didn't want a members only jacket. And the coolest kid at school, John, I've talked about him before. He played football. He played softball. He played basketball. He played anytime he could play with balls. John was there to play with balls. And the girls loved him. Loved him. I didn't play with balls, at least none on the court. And the girls didn't love me, although I could jingle some balls or play with some balls also, I guess, if I really tried. But, well, no, I couldn't. I once struck out at I struck out T-ball in front of the whole class. Struck out at T-ball. The coach said it's the first time he's ever seen anyone strike out at T-ball. Oh, I think I missed my childhood, and sometimes I'm like, I don't have to suffer through that anymore. Didn't leave that one down for a while. Anyway, I asked for a members only jacket so I could be one of the cool kids and be part of the club, be a member. I got one. Looked a lot like it. Was gray, just like I asked for. But he didn't say members only. Oh no, right there with pride, a little bigger than the members only logo, was another word. Rustlers. Rustlers. It was a Rustlers jacket. Now you're saying, what is Rustlers? Well, it's the cheap, generic brand of Wrangler. I think Wrangler makes Rustlers. It's kind of like they're a low end. We're talking Wrangler already. Never lived that down. I don't have any video or picture of me wearing that thing. Probably ended up at the bottom of my closet on December 26th. Oh, I wish it did, but I remember getting on the school bus trying to cover that up. I think I ripped the actual thing off. You didn't want anybody to see you with your Rustler. You wasn't a part of the member club if you had a Rustler's jacket. But I had one. Number 7. Oh my God, I saw the commercial with this thing and I was like, I gotta have it. Domino Rally, I think was the name of it. Domino Rally. It was dominoes, a little plastic. It wasn't like the big size dominoes, like little plastic ones. You set it all up and you hit a button or you're hitting the first dominoes and it's just dominoes. It's just regular dominoes, but they made them small, look like Tic Tacs or not Tic Tacs. What's this little? I don't know, like some little candy. I forget the name of it. But they would do all kinds of shapes. It come with a board. I think you put each one in the board, lift the board up while falling somehow. But God, this thing was. I played with this thing maybe once. I got out of the box. First, I had carpet in my bedroom. It's not going to work on carpet. It's not going to work on carpet. So I took it to the kitchen, where that's the biggest place in the house that had no carpet. So I took it to the kitchen. Every time I get it set up a little bit, here comes my mom. Blow, 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 blow. Ow! Why should I'm stepping on? I was like, oh, leave me alone. Get out of the kitchen. I'm trying to play with my Domino Rally. So it takes about, well, in commercial, it looks like it takes about 10, 15 minutes to set this thing up. No, it takes about roughly around 82 hours to put this thing together. And you put it all together, and how long does it take to push it and they all fall? About 17 seconds. That's if they all fall. Sometimes they just a little bit fall, then you have to start it over again. This thing sucked. It hurt to step on. You couldn't use it on carpet. It took forever to set this thing up for about 2 seconds of fun. That's like going on a date with my buddy Russ. That's what the girls tell me. You spend all day putting all the work in, and then you get about 2 seconds of fun. Diamond Rally. Whew. Let's move on to another one. Laser tag. People heard me complain about this one. Sorry. Laser tag. I want a laser tag. I beg. Give me laser tag. Wrote it on the list. Laser tag. Spelled it all out. So you might have an S or a Z. I don't know. Did they use an S or a Z? I'm not really sure. Whatever it is, get laser tag. Oh, I got a laser gun, all right. It wasn't laser tag. It was like Phantom or something. It was generic, and it wouldn't work with laser tag. So all the people in the neighborhood, Nick got a laser tag, Boyd got a laser tag, John got a laser tag. Even the Leuenbergers got a laser tag. The Leuenbergers didn't get shit for Christmas. We thought they were Jewish for about 5 years. They ain't get nothing. They were just stingy with the money, I guess. Everybody got a laser tag. And there I am running out of the woods. It wouldn't work with it. They was like, you just got to go home and shoot at yourself in the mirror or something. So I was sitting a little target up on my dresser and shoot at it while everybody else was running around playing laser tag. I could see them out my window, but I couldn't go play with them. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Thanks a lot. Number 5, something I asked for, and boy, did I ask for this one. I should have waited. You ever get something new before? You couldn't check reviews online back then, but you could have friends to buy it. But sometimes you just had to get something that Christmas because it was the hot new thing to get. And I got it. I learned my lesson. No, I didn't. I was going to say I learned my lesson, but I kept asking for crap anyway. The Power Glove. Sure, it looked cool. That was the main reason I wanted it. It looked cool, but it promised so much more. It means I could play Mario like this. I don't know why I thought that was more fun than doing this. Jump, 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 jump. Anyway, this thing was crap. You had to put this big old bar. They didn't show you on the commercial. You had to put this big old bar on your TV. It wouldn't ever stay. You had to duct tape it up there. And then you try to get Mario to jump, and he wouldn't jump, and he'd fall in the hole. Oh, it was horrible. It was god awful. So I cut the cord off of it after about 2 months and wore it on my hand everywhere I went. I wore it on the school board, wore it to school. I wore it everywhere I could. I even remember one time wearing it to the community pool. Yeah, I was a dorky kid. You don't believe I was a dorky kid? Well, thank you, but I was, see?
I got a Verbot. I got a Verbot and a robot or whatever. It came with this man, you know. Get a focus on that. Is it focused, Chip?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, and I got me a phone. I got me a radio. And I got me a some marbles and shoes and some
Have you got on your new clothes?
Yeah, I got on
Let's
my
go way back there, okay?
boots. I got some waterproof boots and some marbles. And I got me some. That's all I got, I think. And a game. Got a game.
That's it.
I got a game. Got a game, and that's all I think I got. That's all, folks. That's all, folks.
Now, anyone that knows me knows I'm not really into Transformers. I did have a transforming gun, one of the guns that transforms. Maybe it was a P-38, I don't remember. You guys probably do. But I kind of wanted the 18-wheeler. I thought that'd be kind of cool. It looked pretty cool. I saw it at the store, and I asked for it. I said, okay, wrote it down. Transformers. I probably spelled it wrong because I can't spell. Transformers 18-wheeler. And I said, okay, I'm going to get that one. Semi-truck. I said, that's going to be awesome. I'm going to get that one. Open my present. I got a transformer all right. Well, I got a toy that transformed. It wasn't a transformer. Hell, it wasn't even a GoBot. It was some generic transformer. And did it transform into a semi-truck? Nope. Did it transform into a jet plane? Nope. Did it transform into a gun? Nope. A bazooka? Nope. A tank? Nope. What did this thing transform into? I'm not shitting you. This is not a joke. This isn't a bit. What did it transform into? Fucking cash register. A cash register. You know, at the store, you ka-ching, ka-ching, here's your change, sir. I couldn't let my friends see I had a transforming cash register. That thing went in the sock drawer. I never saw it again. Number 3. Now, this one's not even about me. This is not about me, but it's... I just had to talk about it. I don't know why it's on the list, but I had to talk about it. But I'll make it kind of me, because I asked... One thing, I had a rule at Christmas time. Do not buy me Nintendo games unless I ask for it. If I say buy me Simon's Quest, buy me Simon's Quest. If I say buy me Super Mario 2, buy me Super Mario 2. But don't go to the store, pick out a Nintendo game all by yourself. We're talking to parents here. They didn't know nothing about Nintendo. Don't pick out a game. But apparently my mom and dad figured, or Santa Claus, would pick out a game. They picked out a game all right, and it was horrible. It was god-awful, and it was called Hudson Hawk. It was based on a Bruce Willis movie that I've heard, never seen. It was god-awful also. This thing was awful, but I gave it a shot. I said, okay, put it in, didn't work, blew on it, 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 put it in, flap it up and down a bunch of times, and finally it worked. It was god-awful. It was a horrible game. So... probably day after Christmas, a few days later, went to my friend's boy's house, and he's like, I got a Nintendo game too, and it's a lot of fun, and I was jealous. I was like, what did he get? It's a lot of fun. So I told him, I got Hudson Hawk, and he's like, Hudson Hawk? Oh, that's turtle. What'd you get that for? And I was like, my parents just picked out a game. They probably just went and picked out a game. They probably didn't even know what it was. And he said, well, look at this game I got. It's fun. It wasn't fun. I'd rather play Hudson Hawk. What did Boyd get? Some stupid Bible game for Nintendo. I don't know. You had to build the ark. You had to crucify Jesus. I don't know what you had to do, but he loved this game. He said it was fun, and I played for about 5 minutes. I said, "Oh my God, I feel like I'm at Sunday school." Sunday school. Ooh, I don't know exactly what Sunday school was. I know Boyd used to go, and I used to think, God, if there's anything worse than school, it has to be Sunday school. One thing is school. It's on a Sunday. Second, and I'm not bashing religion or anything. It just wasn't my style. In fact, he invited me to an all-night sleepover one time at his church, and about 11 o'clock at night, I was probably about 11 or 12 years old, 11 o'clock at night, I left and walked home. It took me about 30 minutes to get home. I couldn't, it was god-awful. It was god-awful. I was playing basketball. It was in a gym. I didn't know anybody but Boyd, and he was off with his, it was the worst night of my life. But anyway, I realized that day my Hudson Hawk game wasn't so bad. It could have been worse. Okay, number 2. Now, you're going to say, well, Junkman, you asked for some of this. Why are you getting upset? Well, I didn't like to get clothes for Christmas. The mother of my children will buy clothes for Christmas. I said, don't buy kids clothes for Christmas. It's the worst thing. I can understand teenagers a little different. But, clothes for Christmas. And it was never good clothes. I mean, I would be like, if they bought me so I could look like this at school and I could look cool like this, no. I get some preppy shit like this right here. If you're gonna get me clothes, give me a Pac-Man t-shirt. No. Don't give me something that looks like Ricky Schroeder and his Silver Spoon friends would wear. And number one. I don't think I've ever talked about this one here, so this will be new for you guys. I saw an 18 van at the store. I think it was Eckerd's. Could be wrong. I think it was Eckerd's. Because it was between Kroger and Zayre's, and there was a little store. It was either Revco or Eckerd's. I think it was Eckerd's. They had or at least in my memory, they had an 18 van. But it was a school racer. It was a racer. I don't know what's a school racer. It was a racer. You didn't have to just use it at school. You use it anywhere. And I was like, this is awesome. Well, I don't think it was black. Well, I remember it was great, but I thought, I got to get that. I could put it on my desk at school when the teacher's teaching about the golden rule. I can play with my... I was like, could not wait to get this. First on my list. Number 1. The A-Team eraser. I try to sell it to my mom and dad. Hey, it's school related. It is school related. You got to get it for me. It's school related. Well, they got me a school eraser. They got me an A-Team school eraser. They got me a A-Team school eraser vehicle. Was it the van? Nope. Was it Faceman's Corvette? Whatever he drove? No. Some generic Jeep that was brown. A generic brown Jeep. And you're thinking, well, that's not that bad. And I'll agree with you. It's not that bad. Went to school where we told everyone we got for Christmas. And I remember telling friends that I got an eraser. It's like a car from the A-Team. There's John again, the ball player. He was like, no, they don't make an eraser that looks like the A-Team car. And I was like, well, it's not the van. It's just from A-Team. He's like, no, you're lying. You're just lying. I was like, I'm not lying. He's like, well, bring it to school. If you got this thing, why don't you bring it to school? So I brought it to school on the school bus, and him and his buddies laughed at it. Said it wasn't from the A-Team. I didn't have the package anymore. I threw it away. I didn't keep the package. And I was like, no, it's from the A-Team. It's probably one, it's probably Decker's Jeep or something. And they were like, no, this thing is generic and stupid. And I'll never forget Carlos, his friend Carlos, chunked it out the bus window. I guess I could have stopped him. I mean, it was a bus window. It wasn't like it was fast. He had to push 2 ends down and push it down. I don't know. I think one pulled it down while laughing at it, and I was like, give me back my eraser. Give me back my eraser. We got a test with number 2 pencils today. I might need a eraser. Give me back mine. And he said, you want it? And I can remember telling the bus, Mr. Weeks, they throw away my eraser out the window. Mr. Weeks was like, shut up back there. No, there was no school conference. You handle your own shit. So I threw my eraser out. I didn't even get a chance to erase with it. Now, it is true that about 2 weeks later, I stole one of his school books and threw it in the dumpster behind the school. I was always one to get revenge. Even if it took a long time, I would get revenge. At least my way of revenge. Hopefully he had to pay for that school book by the end of the year. Because if I'm not going to have an eraser, he's not going to have a school book. I don't know, I can't remember if it was math. I don't know what book it was. But he never saw it again. Trust me. It was in the bottom of the dumpster. And it wasn't in all the right condition. Tore some pages out. Anyway, that's a look at 10 things, I don't know, that I didn't like for Christmas, or I got and wasn't what I asked. I don't know what it's called. Whatever this is called. Tell me about some things you got for Christmas that maybe was a letdown. You couldn't wait to get, and you got, and you're like, oh, man, no. Let me know that and more in the comments below. Until the next video, thumb up so you like my content, subscribe to the channel, and we will talk again soon.
Nothing I for these.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.